Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. I am your host, Jacob Keith, here with the TRL Super League for the Australians versus the Americans. Hobbs Trench and Boring Showdown. Tonight we got the 410 Sprint Cars, Americans versus the Australians, ripping it up in the 410 Sprint Cars series here. At Knoxville, excuse me. Sorry, it is kind of late over here. It's 11:43 p.m. and I am not used to doing this, and we got to get in the rhythm as we are ready to rip, rock, and roll here for the TRL Super League's 410 Sprint Cars. We're going to have to ask you to please stand up, remove your hats as we do tonight's national anthem.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth fertile. Our home is God by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath the radiant southern cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of ours renowned of all the lands. For those who come across the seas, we've boundless plains to share. With courage, let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a national anthems for tonight's event. As we got these guys ripping it up, we're going to go down trackside until they finish up practice. And once they finish up practice, I believe we'll be heading out into some heat racing or qualifying. Either way, we're ready to rip, rock, and roll here for the TRL Super League. The Australians versus the Americans showdown. All right, ladies and gentlemen, see if we can go on over the weather report for tonight. We get ready to head on in for tonight's event. So, that tiny little screen, always the death of me. 70% humidity. It's clear skies for a good night of racing here at Knoxville. It is not Eldora. I don't know why it doesn't ever switch for me. I don't get it. But either way, we'll get it fixed up for next time. I don't know why it didn't save, but 90% Fahrenheit. So it is getting pretty warm out there for the dirt track oval. A little over half mile. That is Knoxville Raceway. For the 410 Sprint Cars Series here for TRL. Derek Battetti being the returning defending champ from last season to this season. Let's see if he can reign haterade all over these guys some more. As these guys pull back out onto the track, just a few more minutes left to practice, ladies and gentlemen. And we will get ready to rip, rock, and roll for the 410 Sprint Car Series. Flags are waving as checkers are out for practice. I believe these guys have a qualify session, and then we'll be into the heat. So stay tuned here just a few more minutes for these guys to rip up the qualifying. So all the drivers have been able to put down a time now that we are just waiting on the qualifying session to finish out. And we're going to advance on to the heat number 1 for the Australian versus American shootout. I have been anticipating tonight like no other. Some of these guys putting out some really fast times. These guys are able to wheel these bad boys, let me tell you. Because these guys always are way better and faster than me. Stop at the fast stop right there. Fill up on your fuel. Make sure you stop down to the concessions to get your cheeseburgers and your hot dogs and your beverages as we get ready to rip, rock, and roll for heat number 1. Starting here on the pole, we got Paul Bryan. There it is. Finally pulled it up. Oop, wrong one. Right here in the 42 machine, we got Paul Bryan starting on the pole. To the outside of him, we got the 07 of Riley Stewart with ABR setup shop. The 79 of Daniel Boyd starting in the 3rd spot with Thomas Mitchell. Going to be 4th. 5th going to go to Bew Nation. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Starting in the 5th spot. Derek Patetti starting 6th. 7th going to go to Braden Morawski. And Corey Baudon starting in the 8th spot, tailing the end of the field. 8 cars, ladies and gentlemen. 4, I believe, 8 laps as we get ready to rip, rock, and roll. Paul R. Bryan going to lead these guys off. Pace truck is off. No, it's not. I thought I saw it pull off. I was lying to you. You see that 94 machine got a little bit of blinking from the nation. Here we go, down into 3 and 4. Now the pace truck pulls off. The 42 machine and the 07 going to lead them off for the green flag here. For 8 laps, the green flag is out here at Knoxville. Down into 1 and 2. These 410 sprint cars side by side onto the back stretch with the front 2. File out, single file. Down into 3 and 4, the 07. Riley still going to lead these guys off as Brian going to hold on to 2nd. Daniel Boyd able to hold on to that front spot in front of Thomas Mitchell there. Mitchell goes back behind the 07, or the 79 there, back the 07. Down low into 3 and 4. The 94 coming out to the outside of the 02. Thomas Mitchell trying to hold on to that 4th spot as he's got the nation on the backside of that 94. The 14 machine, Derek Patetti, sorry. That 14 machine dipping down low. Defending champ from last season. Working on Thomas Mitchell here in the 02 with that 14 machine all over the tail side. We ride on board here with the right front. He gets out to that outside, man, and we see the Knoxville is slicking off here just a little bit. Back up front to Riley Stewart as he's trying to take over Brian. Crossovers and slide jobs. The 07, the 42 battling it out. Going on to the backstretch. Down into 3 and 4. The 42 looking for the crossover with a little tiny tap to the 07. He's able to take it at the flag stand. Paul Bryan, your leader. White flag is out as he come around 1 and 2 to the backstretch. The 07 going to try to push to the outside for that run. The 42 slides out, the 07 dips down low, but the 42 able to bring it home. Paul Bryan takes it over Riley Stewart and Daniel Boyd. Awesome racing for heat number 1. As always with the sprint car drivers, they always put on one hell of a show. Now we get to pull up the grid for heat number 2. And that is going to be awesome just as well. These guys hard racing in the 410s. Over 700 horsepower in these bad boys. And the foots are heavy. Braden Miller going to lead this one off here in that 2 machine. Starting on the pole with Braden Shute. Going to start in the 2nd spot in the 76. Starting 3rd, we got Brent Hobbs in the 64 machine. With the number 9 of Luke Wilson starting in 4th. 5th, going to go to Alex Hanna in the 97 with the 85 Rise. Meekins starting 6th. 7th, going to go to Mark Stewart and Michael Rutledge in the 33 machine, tailing the end of the field. We got another 8 cars for another 8 laps of 410 sprint car action, ladies and gentlemen. Shout it out in the chat. Who do you think is going to take this one on home? Pace truck pulls off into the pits. And these drivers are ready to go. Miller, shoot. Green flag here is out. Brent Hobbs in the third spot trying to work on the backside of Braden. Shoot. As Luke Wilson and Ryan Meekins are all over the tail side. Down to the 1 and 2, the 64 onto the backstretch, still all over the tail side of that 76. Yes, it looks like the number 9 machine all over the tail side of him. Nose the tail onto the front stretch, down into 1 and 2. Miller gonna lead these guys off down the backstretch as the 76 machine gonna go for that slide job to the inside, but wasn't able to get enough run, so he files back in suit behind him. Backside of the pack, we got Meekins here with Alex Hanna, the 97 machine. Trying to go to the inside of the 9 onto the front stretch, down into 1 and 2. Michael Rutledge in the 33 back there with Mark Stewart in his sights in the 07. Trying to hang with the backside of the group. As Schute's going to lead these guys off in the 76. Able to get around the number 2 as we come back up front. Brent Hobbs in the third spot there, still leading off that train back there. But we got a battle up front. The 76 machine able to get around the 2. As we see Miller's going to try to use that bottom line to work on the 76. We got 2 laps left, coming around for the white flag to wave. Shoot leading off, Miller down 1 and 2 into the backstretch. The 76 machine holding off Braden Miller, coming around 3 and 4 for the checkered flag. The 76 of Braden Shoot bringing home the win. Awesome racing out of Braden Miller, Braden Shoot, and Brent Hobbs holding off the top 3 as we move on in to heat number 3. Starting on the pole, we got Ashton Hurley. Let's see if we can get to my views. There he is in the 99 machine. Look at that thing. Clayton Davis going to start to the outside. Clayton Davies. Okay, I said that wrong. Davies. Starting in the third spot, we got the 88 machine of Nathan Van DeWacker. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Ash Holliday going to start 4th. Cole Ferguson in the 81 starting in the 5th spot. 6th going to go to Lockie Phillips in the 17. 7th going to go to Jordan Rutledge and Ethan Bastion. I hope I'm saying that correctly, is going to tail the end of the field in 8th. So 8 more cars, ladies and gentlemen, for 8 laps for heat number 3. 2 laps apace, and we're green flag racing. Davies Hurley ready for that green flag. Over 700 horsepower in these guys' foot as they are ready to rip, rock, and roll. Lights are off the pace truck one more time around Knoxville Raceway. And we're green flag ripping for these 410 sprints. Pace truck down into pit road. These drivers ready to go. Davies, Hurley, 8 cars, 8 laps. Green flag here is out at Knoxville Raceway. Battle up front, Davies, Ashton Hurley. Gonna slide job and crossover as they go for the crossover here, and then number 50 to the 99. Clayton Davies looking for that inside line here as Ashton Hurley goes to the outside. Hurley all over the tail side of that 50 machine and that 99 car. Able to get the slide job on him with the crossover from Davies here again. The 99 going to go back to the inside here. The 50 to the outside. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Davies going to come back down underneath for the crossover one more time. Not able to pull it off though as they go side by side down into 1 and 2. The 99 looks to check up and shoot to the underneath down the backstretch into 3 and 4. The 99 with the crossover. Davies, Hurley battling up front. Lockie Phillips making his way on up. Coming up 2 spots, starting 6th, making his way up to 4th. Watching it all go down in front of him. Vanderwacker all over the tail side of Phillips. Down, almost clipping the 99 of Ash Holiday. Able to keep it clear though, the 17 trying to keep it off of that 99 side here. 2 laps left. White flag coming by the flag stand. Down into 1 and 2, 3 wide as Lockie Phillips holds on to his line in the middle. Off the wall, the 99 machine gonna fall back a few more spots. Lockie Phillips making his way up into the 3rd spot here. Ashton Hurley holding on to 2nd. Clayton Davies taking home heat number 3. Awesome racing out of heat number 3 for these 410 sprint cars. Man, these guys know how to put on a good show here. These guys are going to hit up the warm-up here real quick, and then we'll be ready for some feature action here for the TRL Super League. Don't go anywhere. Now's a good time to use the restroom or go get some snacks. Checker flag waves for the warm-up as we get ready for tonight's feature event. Starting here on the pole, we got Paul Bryan. So we can get to our view. It's not there yet. Braden Miller is going to be in the chute. So we got Paul Bryan starting on the pole here, excuse me. Braden Chute going to start in the second spot. There's Paul. Third going to go to Clayton Davies. Fourth going to be Riley Stewart. And there's Chute. Davies starting third. Riley Stewart fourth. Braden Miller going to start in the fifth spot. Sixth going to go to Ashton Hurley. Seventh going to go to Daniel Boyd. Eighth going to be Brent Hobbs. Ninth going to go to Lockheed Phillips. 10th going to be Thomas Mitchell. 11th, Luke Wilson. 12th going to be Nathan Vandewacker. Derek Patetti starting 13th. 14th going to be Alex Hanna. 15th, Ethan Bastion. 16th, Braden Makowski. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Mark Stewart in the 07. Meekins in the 85 here. We got Butte Nation in the 94. Corey Baudon, Cole Ferguson, Jordan Rutledge, and Michael Rutledge to tail out the end of the field. So 24 cars here, ladies and gentlemen. 24 cars for 35 laps. Paul Bryan, Braden Chute gonna lead these guys off. Here we go, down into 3 and 4. Pace truck is off. Braden Chute. Green flag here is out. Down into 1 and 2. Bryan gonna hold him off. Here's the 76 machine. Gets that rocket ship of a setup to work on that outside edge. Able to take over that first spot. Coming around 3 and 4, putting lap number 1 in the books. Got the 64, Daniel Boyd holding on to the 5th spot here as he's got Ashton Hurley in front of him, Riley Stewart behind him. Thomas Mitchell right there in the 7th spot, 2 spots away from top 5. Sprint car drivers are getting loops everywhere here as they are falling back and switching spots. Drivers are having a hard time hanging on as we got a yellow flag striking the speedway. This one going to be on Braden Miller. The 2 machine goes into the outside wall, and it just breaks, sends him even more to the outside, gets hit, ends up going around and over on the side. Very unfortunate there for the number 2 machine. Braden Miller having the yellow flag come out on him for the first time tonight. Braden Chute gonna lead this thing off over Paul Bryan, Ashton Hurley, and Daniel Boyd, and Riley Stewart, your top 5. Single files, we get ready to go double file, I believe. One more time around. 76 machine, braid and shoot. We're going to be ready, cool, calm, and collected, leading these guys off. Holding on, white-knuckled to that steering wheel. Down into 3-4. Green flag here is out. The 76 machine getting a good jump on the rest of the pack here. Riley Stewart having some contact with the 79. Up into the outside wall. We're going to have a yellow flag again, I believe. Oh, wings are off. Still green here as Riley Stewart's riding. Yellow flag strikes us. Daniel Boyd being the one that crashed. Let's see what happened there. Exactly. I'm not sure exactly if it was Boyd or not. Let's rewind that. The 79 being Daniel Boyd, so the contact around the outside. The 07 trying to go for the slide job. Just got some contact with the 79 there. Try to see if we can see from a different view. Trying to hold that bottom line, but trying to come up for that slider as well, not realizing that the 79 just had enough pull to his rear. Taps him, sends him to the outside wall. We got a yellow flag in Knoxville. Lights are on the pace truck. One more time around. We're green flag ripping. The 76 machine. Brandon Shute going to lead him off over Paul Bryant and Ashton Hurley. All these sprint car drivers are ready to go. Season opener here tonight for, I believe, season 2 of the Australians versus the Americans. TRL Super League showdown here. As they head into 3 and 4, 5 laps. They got 30 laps remaining, 5 laps down. Braden Shute can lead off Paul Bryan, Ashton Hurley. Green flag here is out. At Knoxville Raceway, the 42 machine going to hold off Ashton Hurley as they go into the 1 and 2 on the high side. Back to see one of the cars on the outside edge again. I'm not sure who that was. It looks like it was the defending champion from last season, Derek Patetti. Let's see what happened here. Yelling out of 1 and 2. Down the back stretch into 3 and 4. Just getting too much into that outside edge. And the tires get sucked up into that fence, sending them for a ride. Bringing the yellow flag out. Very unfortunate there for Derek, as the yellow flag strikes for the 3rd time tonight. Awesome hard racing here as Knoxville's slicking off. Few yellows, but we're going to get this under control here as we see that one of the cars that has no wing going to make his way around. cars are totally not undrivable once they lose them wings, but they are a handful. Ashton Hurley there without a wing. Does he still have the camera? He does. Even though it's not there, he still has the camera. Getting ready to go though. Hurley sitting in the third spot back behind Brian and Shoot. Shoot gonna lead him off down into 3 and 4. Green flag, here's out. Vandewacker looking to work on the backside of Brett Hobbs in that 64 machine. Down the back stretch to 64, gonna try to hold on to 4th. This 5th place, knocking on that back door on the outside edge. Nose the tail of the 9 machine. Wilson on the tail as well. The 88 gonna go down for the slide job on the 64 as he's looking to take over that 4th spot here. Got a yellow flag striking here. Not sure exactly what for. A little cheater not telling me what is for, so we'll just have to see if we can spot out what it was. Big field here tonight at Knoxville Raceway. The 76 looking to lead him off one more time. The 42, Paul Bryan. Thomas Mitchell in the 3rd spot now, moving up in the top 3. Green flag here is out. Down low in the 1 and 2, the 42 going to lead off Thomas Mitchell. Brent Hobbs. Hobbs looking to hold off Nathan Vandewacker. Here comes Luke Wilson in that 9 machine all over the tail side of the 88. Back a little further. Michael Rutledge coming up 10 spots to 13th, working his way up. 23rd. Back behind him, Jordan Rutledge here as well. 8 and 10 spots on the night. Corey bought on. Spots on the night, 13, as I was saying, up to the 10th position, 22 spots, 12 spots on the night, start 22nd. Oh, we see getting a little bit of that commentator's curse. It looked like he lost the front wheel and kept her going. Shoot, though, still holding these guys off. Thomas Mitchell in the 3rd spot. Hard racing up front as the 02 tries to dip to the inside of the 42. Not able to pull it up as he's got to file back up to the outside. Aaron, the 2 car here. Back behind him, Brent Hobbs battling with the 88. He loses a spot as the 88 able to work around him, gaining 8 spots all the way up to 4th. 12th on the Knight here working his way. Ethan Bastion back behind him, starting 15th, made his way up to 5th. Brent Hobbs now moving another spot there. Hobbs starting 8th, moving his way up to 6th. So far, 18 laps left remaining. Michael Rutledge and Jordan Rutledge both working their way up to the 10th and 11th spot as they battle out back here in the back. Cole Ferguson looking to make his way around one of the wingless cars there. Looks like it's going to be Ashton. Ooh, the 7 machine getting too low there on that berm. That berm could be the death of you. The 81 machine coming down the front stretch. Back up front to the berm. We got Paul Bryan working to get away from Thomas Mitchell, who's all over his tail. 15 laps left remaining. Going to the outside there, working on the lap traffic. He's got Thomas Mitchell in the 02 trying to go to the inside there as they go 3 wide, battling it out. Thomas Mitchell able to take over that second spot. The 42 going to try to go to the inside of the 114. That 114 machine going to go try to hang on to it. I believe that is Jordan Rutledge. Next, they look to be working on Michael Rutledge. Here, Bryan losing a spot, though, to Thomas Mitchell in the 02. As he had to work his way around the lap traffic. The 02 now to work his way up to Shoot. Shoot's working his way around lap traffic still. Around that outside edge, the 76 machine has 11 laps left remaining. Looks like we got a car into the outside wall there. We're going to have a yellow flag strike. This one going to be on Ash Holiday. We'll see what happened exactly to that thing. Into the outside wall. Tried to hang on to it. Tried to get it going again. That 99 machine trying to hold on. Comes into the 1 and 2. Hits that outside wall again. And it looks like he's just going to hold on to her and park it. Call it a night. Very unfortunate for Holiday there, as he was running up towards the front. Top 5, I believe, for a little while. Lights are off the pace truck. Brandon Shute, Thomas Mitchell, Paul Bryan, the top 3. Pace truck heading down pit road. Shute gonna lead off Mitchell and Bryan. Green flag is out. Two, Thomas Mitchell looks to try to prey onto the backside of the 76 machine. In the 3 and 4, the 76 will put down into the middle and out to the outside. They come off the front stretch down into 1 and 2, looking for that outside grip. 8 laps left remaining. Braden Shute doing a good job laying 90% of this, I believe, as he was having a battle. did not start on pole. He started in the second spot and worked his way up the last 6 laps remains for Thomas Mitchell, Ethan Bastion. And I hope I'm saying that right. The 0-2 machine using that outside grille, now dipping down low here in the 1-2, looking for that 76 machine. Ethan back behind him, 95. 4, excuse me. It's hard to see from the angle. Ethan Vanderwacker holding out the top 5. Paul Ryan. 3 laps left remaining by the flag. Down in a 1-2 to 54. Trying to look for that outside grip to catch Thomas Mitchell in the 0-2. 76 leading him off still here with Braden wheeling that thing here tonight. Laps left remaining. Heading on 1-2 onto the backstretch. Paul just a few car lengths off from third as he falls back even further. Thomas Mitchell, the white flag is waving, trying to hold on to second from Ethan. Braden Shoot on the backstretch, down into 3 and 4, coming around 3 and 4 for the checkered flag, waving here to the Australians versus the Americans. 2022 showdown. Awesome racing, checkered flag goes to Braden Shoot, taking home the win over Thomas Mitchell. And Ethan Bastion, hard racing all night out of all these guys. Had a few cautions, got it cleaned up, ran this thing out. And these 410 drivers, like I said, can always are always better than me. I try to get in these things and man, you guys would be like, get out of this one. So, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, top 3, we're going to pull them up for an interview. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pull up Ethan now for his interview for placing 3rd place here on the podium tonight. All right, Ethan, man, up in the booth. You got a copy.
Hello?
Yeah, hey, man, awesome racing. You held on to that 3rd spot for that 54 machine. You come back from quite a ways in the back of the pack, worked your way on up, man. Go ahead and give us the rundown of what it was like for you to run it here in Knoxville.
It was pretty sketchy the whole race. To come from the back to get up there with this new damage model to not tear up a car was pretty hard. I don't even know how I did it, but to get there, and I still Felt like if I had another 10 laps, I probably could have gotten the guy in second. But it was awesome race. It was awesome to have lap cars, and good job to the guys in first and second.
Yep, it was a battle up front, but you worked your way up from the backside. I believe you started in the 15th spot, worked your way all the way up to the podium. Is there anybody you want to thank here tonight for being able to do so?
Yeah, firstly, I'd like to thank Decal Evolution, CD Cinematography, Velocity Race Design, Horsham Off-Road, Ultimate Dirt TV, all my teammates for the support, help setups and training to get better at this, and everyone that just makes this possible. It's good fun to be able to run a league with lap cars and drive this hard, so it's good.
Yes, and it was awesome racing, man. Hats off to you, brother. Congratulations pulling up the 3rd spot here up on the podium tonight.
Cheers, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to pull up tonight's 2nd place winner. Up here on the podium, Mr. Thomas Mitchell. All right, Thomas, man, up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, mate.
Man, what a run it was. You worked your way up, I believe, from 10th. You started in the 10th spot, 8 spots on the night. The track slicked off, man. It was kind of hectic at first. Cars were everywhere. Man, go ahead and give us the rundown of what it was like for you coming up from about mid-pack.
It was pretty much just keeping the nose clear. Like, the new thing with the new damage model was pretty much if you keep the nose clear, you're pretty much fine. So we'll aim to where we are, keep the pace, but keep out of the trouble as well. So we're just hitting the outside wall there. I mean, not the outside wall, we're hitting the top there. We were riding the cushion. It was getting a bit hairy sometimes there, It was starting to bobble on the cushion, so decided to do like a little cut down there and then, but it was actually coming in for a cut line. So it was starting to stick on a 3 and 4 cut down, but 1 and 2 was definitely on the outside wall. But pretty much just keep this nose clear and you pretty much got it set.
Yep, and man, that thing was a rocket ship tonight, but just didn't quite have enough for Braden. I feel like maybe if you guys had a few more laps, the top 3 would have had an awesome battle trying to get to each other and hold it down, man. But you pulled up 2nd here up on the podium. Is there anybody you want to thank for being able to help you get here tonight?
Thank all the viewers, the league admins, here at TRL. They do a good job of putting on the show. You for the broadcast for tonight, that's awesome to see. I just want to thank all the guys at Vortex for giving me help and helping hand to get where I am today. I just want to thank speedshop51.com. Clayton Tilley over there helps us out. LCJ Carpentry, Liam helps us a bunch. And Boyd for these awesome new paints that he's put on these race cars at Pace Graphics.
Awesome, brother. Congratulations. Pulling up 2nd and hanging on to her tonight in that O2 machine. Thomas Mitchell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't look like the winner is in here yet. Not sure if we're going to get the winner's interview or not. But tonight's winner, Braden, shooting a 76 machine, was able to hold on and bring it on home. As that 76 machine was just a rocky. He worked his way around. I believe he started in the 2nd spot, worked his way around. I can't remember who started up on the pole, but he held it on and held on to almost every single lap tonight here. So congratulations here to Braden Shute here on the victory tonight as he takes it on home for the TRL Super League. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is going to conclude the 410 Sprint Car Series. I've been your host, Jacob Keith, ripping up the house here in Knoxville. As always, stay happy, stay healthy. Don't do anything I wouldn't do unless you name it after me. And always remember, woof, woof, much hound love.